So you want to grow your business. Bravo. But maybe you're thinking, I want to do it, but I want to do it right. I don't want to sell out. I don't want to lose sight of my mission and my vision and my own values as this thing grows. Yeah, I feel you. So in today's video, I'll share a little bit of my own story with Hatch Tribe and how I keep aligned to my own mission and vision to make sure that I'm building the best business possible. Catch you in the video. There's a whole lot of lip service that's often done to this idea of crafting your own mission and vision for your business. And I think it comes honestly, right? When you're a new entrepreneur, you're just thinking like, I got to get this thing off the ground. It's like, I'll deal with that later. But sometimes time slips by and you wake up one day and you look at your business and you're like, oh, hell, what have I built? And it doesn't feel totally aligned to what you thought you wanted it to be, but you don't know how you got there either. And so today I want to talk to you about how you can build a business and also really stay true to your own values and, importantly, your mission and your vision. So I'll share a little bit of a story about Hatch Tribe that I think will be relatable, and then we'll go through 6 steps that I like to use in my own business. So when Hatch Tribe initially began, it literally started with just live events in Charleston. And it was very innocent enough. The first time we ever got together, I was like, hey, I'm just curious if there's other entrepreneurs who are thinking like, I'd really like to have some people to hang out that are doing the same stuff as me. Dozens of women showed up. And there we were, connecting and communing around this idea of really wanting to have solid relationships with other women who were business owners too. And to be able to have great, important conversation that was deep and meaningful and not just, oh, kumbaya, and also not just like hard-nosed business conversation. There was a depth in conversation that was really achieved, even in that very first meeting. So over time, as Hatch Tribe has grown, of course, we've looked at different ways to even engage with you. Videos weren't even part of this. The member circle wasn't part of this. And one of the things that became distracting for me was looking at other resources for entrepreneurs in this space. And education is one of them. And we've done a lot in the recent past to build courses and education and tools for you all. But when we reflect back on our true core values and our true mission, it's about building connection for us. And yes, education is important and it always will be for what we do. But we've had to really reflect on that. What really is our mission? Well, when we think about it, we want to be able to connect women entrepreneurs all across the globe and help support your growth as you grow and be a place for you to come and talk and get advice and feel like you're never being judged for where you are right now in this moment in time. So that's a little bit of our story. Now let me tell you how I walk through this method of thinking about our mission and vision and connecting it to what we're doing in our business so that you can grow in a way that's really going to support you getting where you want to go. All right, step 1. You got to know your mission and vision. And let's just put it this way. It's what are you doing? Why are you doing it? And the why is critically important. It's the motivation that's going to keep you going as you go down this very long journey as a business owner. So if you've never written a mission and vision statement, go look for some online resources and write one, but let it be something that really speaks to your heart. Number 2, you then want to translate that into what the future vision is. So we're now starting to dream and say like, okay, if I thought about my life in 5 or 10 years, what the heck does it look like? What does this business look like? And how is it supporting the life that I want to live? And that's something that's really important to write down. And yes, it's going to change over time. It always does. We're humans, we evolve. But the truth is, it's often very motivating to draft it and be like, yeah, in 5 years, I want to own this house. I want to buy this car. I want to have 3 babies, whatever, right? But those things matter because when you're an entrepreneur, you've made a choice to own a business. So you should have a pretty clear connection between that business and your world of things, you outside of work. That's why you're doing it. It's to have a really damn good life, right? Okay, number 3, So when we've taken our mission and vision, we now have this future vision. We're like, yeah, 10 years out, this is what I'm doing. We now have to take a pause and go, oh, well, what am I doing right now? So for me, what that looks like is I just literally write down on a piece of paper the products and services I'm selling. So I'm very clear about like, this is what we sell, transact on. And then these are the other core activities that happen in our business. So for example, video, podcast, social media, list the platforms, newsletter, like the things that are core activities, the things that I'm repeating every week and every month that take up time. That's how we spend our efforts. Okay, so now you've got it all on paper. You can look at it. Then you got to do the work in step 4 of looking at those things and saying, all right, do they fit? So we're now reflecting back. We're looking at what we said, like this is the business that I want to create. My big vision. Are these activities, products, services really aligned with that? Like, is that going to help me get there? And if the answer is yes, awesome. If some of them are no, cool. That leads us to step number 5, because that's when we tweak things. And I like to call this alignment. So we're really looking at now activities happening in our business. If they're not totally aligned and helping us get where we're going, we got to tweak them. You got to change them, or you got to shut that shit down. Let them go. And oftentimes we need to be letting more stuff go. So that's a very important process of aligning. And then what happens in step 6? Rinse and repeat. You are going to do this constantly in your business. And the routine I recommend is looking at this quarterly and always annually. So say at the end of the year, December, make it a routine that you're going to go through this process, soup to nuts. Review your mission and vision. Take a look at your vision for the next 10 years. Update it, because it might have changed. Then walk yourself through that step of what are we doing in our business right now? Ask yourself if they're really supporting where you want to go. Tweak what needs to be tweaked, roll into the new year. And then repeat that quarterly. It's a great process to really get into the habit of. So I encourage you to do that. And if you have any questions about this process and how I handled it with Hatch Tribe, reach out, let me know. I'd love to hear your comments. Put them in the box below. All right,